Good afternoon. My name is Justin Watts, and today we'll be going over the Thompson Motion Manufacturing Consultation. The agenda for today, we will be talking about Thompson Motion's current assets, current technologies, and current infrastructure. We will also be looking at the current physical and logical issues. This will be followed by the physical and logical proposal fixes for those issues, procurement needs, and training and documentation. The current assets are 650 employees, split up by 550 in the manufacturing area and 100 employees in the office area. There are 25 computers in the manufacturing area and 100 computers in the office. There are 4 servers consisting of an email server, which also acts as a domain controller, 2 application servers running production programs, and a web server hosting a website for the company. There are 6 older Netgear wireless access points and 1 Netgear router acting as a boundary device. The current technologies are Windows XP Professional on all of the systems that are workstations, and Windows Server 2003 for all of the servers. We don't have all of the information for the wireless access points or the routers, other than that they are Netgear products. This is my interpretation of the current network. The router acts as a interface between the internet and all of the other systems within the current infrastructure. And the wireless access points are the wireless switching access points to allow the computers in the manufacturing and office areas to get to the other servers and or the internet. The current physical issues are there are no fences or gates of any kind on the premises. There are no cameras. The network door has been completely removed. There is no form of entry protection on any of the doors or the facility as a whole. The manufacturing employees leave the other 15 doors open in the manufacturing area to let in cool air. And many times this is done overnight without employees leaving without closing any of the doors to the facility. Logical issues. The router admin account passwords were compromised as far as multiple users that are not with the admin privilege had access to those passwords, and it has not been changed in many years. The boundary lacks security, as in there's only a router between the internal network and the external network. The 6 wireless access points have no security in place at all. All of the Windows domain passwords are set to never expire, and those passwords have not been changed. There's no repudiation because the employees can use each other's passwords because they're written on the monitors of the employees. There's no antivirus protection in place, and there's no acceptable use policies in place. Some of the proposals we had for physical security would include installing a secure perimeter. This will need fencing, gates, and badge access through those gates. Also installing monitoring devices, including badge access to any door and cameras to maintain vigilance over the facility. We would also like to ensure that all protected areas have doors and badge accesses installed. The logical security proposal. As a defense contractor, the facility needs to adhere to the DoD standards. Some of those standards are that servers can't be any older than the server 2012 R2. The workstations need to be at Windows 10 or above. We decided that the network needed to be upgraded. We need to have upgraded wireless access points, and they need to be secured. We need to purchase and upgrade the routers. We need to purchase firewalls and purchase switches. In addition to the previous slide, we have some security concerns. We would like to institute antivirus, a solution like McAfee. We would like to purchase and install a security application server. Um, this will ensure that security functions like log review, attack notifications, remediations can be performed. Um, and we want to ensure that all of the systems adhere to the disk configuration changes addressed in the individual STIGs. So this will ensure that all systems throughout the network are secured and configured properly. From a system administration standpoint, we would like to install 2 ESXi servers. This will ensure that we can use virtual infrastructure, and this is beneficial for redundancy purposes as well as load balancing and ensuring that future growth can be sustained. We would like to install a NAS server. This would be useful for any type of storage as well as VTL management or virtual tape libraries. Those virtual tape libraries can then be stored on a tape storage device that we have also requested be purchased and installed, and that works for offsite storage of the backups, in addition to the VTLs. Overall, this is the equipment that needs to be procured to institute the proposed infrastructure. So that is a rack, NAS, tape storage, ESXi servers, laptops, firewall, switches, routers, wireless access points that can support 802.1x, and all associated licensing costs. The proposed infrastructure would look like this. Between the internet and the internal network, we have an external router that would connect to the ISP. Below that is the firewall that provides protection to the internal network. Below that is the router, which attaches to the distribution switch, which attaches to the wireless access points that provides connectivity to the manufacturing and office workstations. There's a rack that houses all of the servers. This will be in the network room that will attach to the main router with a distribution switch link. There will be a physical domain controller, 2 ESXi servers, 1 NAS storage device, and a tape storage device. The ESXi servers will house all of the virtual machines, including security applications, needed applications for the manufacturer, a web server, and mail servers. We noticed that there was a lack of training and documentation for procedures and employee standards. So we would like to implement a training program that ensures the employees understand security and the associated risks. We would also like procedures so the employees understand proper procedures to avoid those risks. We'd like to create and maintain an acceptable use policy so the users understand how their systems are supposed to be used and maintained. We also would like to make a backup procedure that will be encompassed with the continuity of operations plan. The continuity of operations plan ensures that the facility can still operate effectively if there's any type of disaster or need to recover from a critical failure. Pending any questions, that is the end of this presentation. Thank you.